the age of cognitive stewardship. What's the Future of Enculturation? By Peak Afflatus. If cultures evolve, yet we inhabit them without question, what might future ones look like as they adapt to new conditions and develop entirely new standards of thinking? We are becoming more cognitively equipped, with oracles of knowledge at every turn, yet we continue to operate within antiquated frameworks that cannot keep pace with the speed of our own advancement. Our fragility is rising in step with our power. More data, more tools, and more thinking have not produced greater stability, but escalating levels of burnout, breakdown, and polarization. As cognitive sensitivity intensifies, the consequences become unavoidable. Enculturation does not simply give people a worldview, it teaches them to inhabit it. As dominant narratives fracture, the weaker points of older frameworks are exposed. People start to see things they cannot unsee. The structures behind the stage emerge, the scaffolding and lighting become visible, and the immersive illusion breaks. Our minds are farmed like hens for eggs. All cultures extract value, but the modern economy extracts both intelligence and desire in an opaque loop of optimization, prioritizing throughput while concealing its costs. When extraction becomes visible, a choice emerges, not an automatic progression, but a branching. Enculturation can remain implicit and exploitative, or it can become conscious and deliberate. History offers no guarantee that the latter will prevail. Cognitive stewardship, not as governance and not as benevolent control, but as a form of distributed literacy, a capacity held by individuals rather than administered from above. Future generations could be taught how realities are made, rather than instructed that they exist within a single, unquestionable one. They could grow up profiling their mind's natural tendencies rather than being ranked against a narrow benchmark, leaning into what they were born to do rather than contorting themselves to meet the system's expectations. People might be encouraged to work at the pace their minds require for recovery, in the same way we are not shamed for needing rest to metabolize energy. Not because this is kinder, but because misalignment has proven unsustainable. Prestige could accrue to those in balance with their abilities rather than those who burn the brightest and collapse the fastest. Such a value shift would be fragile, easily gamed, and perpetually at risk of becoming performative. Its maintenance would require vigilance, not idealism. Life could become more seasonal and episodic, pulsing with insight and intense contribution, rather than flattened by schedules and opening hours. Hustle giving way to rhythm, not as a moral upgrade, but as an adaptive response. My own incompatibility with the current system, expressed through breakdown, was an early signal of this tension. The inability to sustain inherited structures revealed an autistic mode of processing that required building new ones entirely. Whether this represents an early warning, a parallel trajectory, or a non-generalizing exception remains an open question. What got us here will not get us there. The social landscape is already eroding, its sharp edges worn down by pressure, failure, and necessity. Whether that erosion produces coherence or collapse remains to be seen. I am not just theorizing from a distance. I am testing these ideas in real time, an experiment with an N of 1. You have been listening to Peak Afflatus.